Hey guys, Austin here with Hope to Cope, checking in today to remind you that you are a miracle and you have a purpose. So a movie that I really enjoy is Groundhog Day. So it's February, and in one of my mentoring groups that I do, we watch this movie every year and go through it and discuss a lot of the ideas that that movie presents. And one of the things in that movie that we discuss is the stages of grief, and how Phil Connors, the main character in the movie, goes through these different stages during the course of the film. And so in the stages of grief, there's the denial, the anger, the bargaining, the depression, and the acceptance. And so in your life, whatever you're going through, these stages are very common. They come up a lot. Denial, it's not really happening. Anger, being upset that it's happening, dealing with the loss. Bargaining, saying, well, if anything, please could I do this instead of this? Depression, and then finally acceptance. So recognize that it's okay to go through these stages. It's okay to feel those things. And we don't always go through those stages in order. We might go through, start at depression and then anger, and then we might go back to depression. And so just because you've experienced one doesn't mean you won't experience it again. And even if you've gotten through to the acceptance part, it's possible for it to come up again in your life at a later stage. And so learn to validate your emotional experience and where you're at, and recognize that what you're going through is real and it's valuable. I had a mentor that and he always liked to tell us that you always get what you want, and if you don't get what you want, you get a lesson. And as soon as you learn the lesson, you get what you want. And that shows up in the movie as well. As he's looking for his happiness in all these spaces outside of himself, he's trying to do all these things to help him feel better, even to the point where he gets to suicide, and he thinks, well, I just want to be dead. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And then he goes through that process and then finds out that that still wasn't the answer. The only answer came with accepting who he was, being really true with where he was in his life, and just getting real. And so I remind you that you are a miracle, that you have a purpose. You are powerful. You are amazing. And it's important for you to get in touch with who you truly are, and to not shy away from your greatness, to not run away from your pain, but to allow yourself to go through the process of healing, which is accepting all sides of yourself, the dark side as well as the light side. Both make you complete. So remember that as you go through whatever it is that you're going through today. Remember that you're a miracle, that you do have a purpose, and that there's mountains and valleys in life. When you're in the deep valley, as you might be right now, it's temporary. It's not going to last. And when you're at that high point of achievement, that's also temporary. You're going to be going through another valley. And that's the way life is meant to be. It's the heartbeat of life, that there's the ups and the downs. So allow yourself to validate your experiences. If you haven't watched Groundhog Day, I invite you to go and watch that and think about these thoughts as you do, and see the different stages he goes through, and then how that can apply to your life. Because you are a miracle and you do have a purpose. And remember, I'm here every day at Hope to Cope, checking in to give you a little bit of hope to help you cope with whatever it is that you're going through. So thank you for spending this time with me here today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.